Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily O. I'm Sapphire Cervantes.
And I'm Tanner De Leon. On campus tonight, the OSU Jazz Combos will be performing at the Student Union Outdoor Amphitheater at 6:30 p.m. tonight. This performance is free and open to the public, so round up some friends and enjoy some jazz courtesy of the OSU Jazz Combos.
Later this evening, the Student Union Speakers Board is hosting Tyra Banks in the Gallagher-Iba Arena at 7 tonight. Students have been lining up early since this afternoon to hear Tyra Banks speak about diversity. Also, the Student Union Activities Board is hosting Stillwater's only drag show, Dragonfly, in honor of Pride Week. Admission is free to this event, so get to the Student Union Theater early to ensure a seat for the performance. Dragonfly starts at 7 p.m. and it is intended for a mature audience.
The OSU Concert Chorale will be performing The Valley of Delight at the Saratine Center for Performing Arts at 7:30 tonight. General admission tickets are $10 and $7 if you're a student. Tickets will go on sale an hour before the performance.
Today is National Pet Day, so we asked OSU students to send in photos of their pets. Let's take a look. Oh, look how cute the big doggy is. Honestly, he looks a little bit over the picture, but it's okay.
That's all right.
We love him anyways. Look at that smile.
Yes, I mean, we sure do love the animals.
How cute.
I miss my little booger at home.
I wish I could lay up like that dog right now, in all honesty. Oh, wow. That looks nice. Took a little dip in the pool, maybe.
Post swim. Oh,
go Pokes.
I like it. I like it. It's always good support.
Oh, how cute. Oh, yeah. Now I know that dog. That's Bella. That's one of my friends. They're so cute. Oh, wow, a husky.
A little husky.
You gotta love huskies.
I gotta love me some huskies.
Look at the little, there's a lot of puppies. We love dogs here, don't we?
Apparently. Quite the dog school.
I mean, look at that tongue just hanging out there. Oh, the little cowboy hat. I guess that's a cowgirl hat.
I think so. I would say so.
Oh, and a hedgehog.
And
you can't forget the hedgehog.
Rounded up with the hedgehog.
Gotta have that. Oh, look at the eyes.
Eyes are different right there, yeah.
I wish I had that. Where's the dog? Okay, hello, dog.
Some nice legs.
Where'd you go? Nice legs. Look at that smile. That's a beautiful one. Photogenic.
Photogenic.
Oh, that's my dog. I love Colby. He's so cute. Look at him eating that peanut butter. He's
boy.
The cutest thing.
I'm sure he enjoyed that one.
And that's my cat. His name is Jack.
Wow.
He's pretty mature.
Yeah.
And that's my dog, Chimichanga.
Oh, boy.
You gotta love him, too. And Felix.
Yes. More than 1 million people across 12 states are being affected by winter storm warnings. And though the storm didn't become a bomb cyclone as predicted, officials are still issuing warnings to use caution and stay indoors. A serious spring storm unleashed blizzard conditions from the Dakotas through Minnesota. Wind gusts in excess of 100 miles per hour were recorded, prompting officials to warn people to stay off the roads.
And the bad thing about being out and about this time of year is a lot of the ditches are full of water. The river's right up to the side of the road, so travel's not really safe at all.
I put my snow tires away last week, a week ago today. I didn't expect this at all. This is unbelievable.
Airlines are making accommodations for affected travelers. Frontier and United are allowing customers scheduled to fly through the Plains region Thursday to rebook tickets at no cost. Delta is waiving fees for travelers who wish to change flights. Another big concern is additional flooding through the plains. Parts of the region could receive as much as 2 feet of snow by Friday morning, followed by rain, damaging winds, hail, and possibly tornadoes, which could be devastating to parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa, where residents are still recovering from intense flooding.
I worry about them, you know, all the water coming down the river, so it's a big concern.
I hope people going through that will be okay. We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned to get an inside look at what it's like to be the first female national play-by-play broadcaster. Welcome back to the Daily O. Some reality stars tend to find themselves on the wrong side of the law, but rarely do we see a reality star become a lawyer. Carney Porter hit the streets to find out what OSU students think of a reality star turned lawyer.
All right, so I don't know if you've heard this, but yesterday Kim Kardashian told Vogue magazine that she started a 4-year apprenticeship at a law firm in San Francisco and is going to take the bar exam in 2022 to try to become a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, how do you feel
Of
about
all
that?
people, Kim.
Of all people, Kim?
Honestly, shoot for the sky is what they say, so she's shooting her shot for sure, so.
Would you hire her to like take on your case, whatever it may be?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
No, you wouldn't
No.
trust one of the Kardashians like to just win? Say it was like you were arrested for like stealing.
No.
No. Well,
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Well, tell Kim Kardashian, man, she's gonna be really disappointed.
I'm sorry, Kim.
All right, ladies. So it was reported yesterday in Vogue magazine. Kim Kardashian told them that she is going to try to become a lawyer. She started an apprenticeship with a San Francisco law firm and is going to take the bar in 2022. What do y'all think about that?
Wow, that's interesting. She's becoming a lawyer.
That's what she wants to do because you know she helped that woman after being in jail after 21 years for a drug charge. She helped her, get released. I was talking to President Trump, and I guess she liked, the process of going through the courts and the legal system. I don't know if that was just she felt like it was her thing. So yeah, she's gonna try to be the real deal.
Well, Her dad was a lawyer, right? Yeah, so, I mean, she kind of has experience, and, I mean, if she has the money to go and the time, maybe she'll be a good one. I mean, she did get that one lady out of jail, so I hope the best for her. Yeah.
Beth Mowins is the first woman to become a national televised play-by-play broadcaster. The Sports Media Club invited Beth to speak this week, and I had the opportunity to sit down with her to talk about being a trailblazer for women in this field. All right, Beth. Well, thank you for joining me here on the Daily O. So how is Stillwater treating you?
So far, so good. Having a very good visit. I'm very encouraged by the future of this business. Got some great folks here.
Oh, wow, that's great. So I know as a sportscasting hopeful myself, you have definitely knocked down some doors for us women, and just how did you do it? How did you follow through and just keep your head up? There's a lot of I guess discouragement with women in sports and a lot of critique, and so how did you just plow on through?
I think first and foremost is you have to get some thick skin, and you have to gain some confidence, and you have to be ready to just not listen to the negativity and focus on a lot of the positivity. And I had, starting with my family and friends growing up, and then teachers and professors, and then ultimately mentors in the business that were all just fabulous in encouraging me and critiquing me to help me get better, that when the moment came, you just want to keep pushing forward and keep overcoming obstacles just because you love it and you're passionate about it, to put yourself in a position to be considered for a big moment like Monday Night Football or the NFL on CBS. And then when the moment comes, you prepare as best you can to be ready for that big moment.
Right, you just got to seize the moment.
Yes.
All right, so I think I read, was it 1991 that you started in the industry?
Yes, yeah, that's when I graduated and started out in local radio, and then ultimately moved into TV.
Okay, so what made you want to go into broadcasting? I know, the radio isn't too much different. You still have to show your personality and everything, but, on air, it's just a different environment. So what made you want to change over and switch over to that?
For better or worse, I'm one of those people that always knew what they wanted to do. And it was just a matter of finding out how to get there and what was the best path for me to take to get there. So from a very early age, I grew up in a family of athletes, and my dad was a coach, and my mom was a huge sports fan, and so sports were always around us, and I just developed at a very early age this idea that I can talk about sports and get paid for it and make a career out of it. That's what I wanted to do, and that sort of became my sole focus in everything that I did in high school and then ultimately college and beyond, was to be able to do that.
Since you've been in the industry for quite some time, how do you think it's changed?
I think it's changed a ton, and I'm really excited about the opportunities for a lot of young women that are coming into the business right now, because the internet and social media has just opened up all these new avenues for younger women to get a lot of experience right away. I've had the good fortune and the pleasure of working with people like a Maria Taylor and a Laura Rutledge, who are on their way up and are doing some amazing things because they got some opportunities right away to get in there and start getting experience. And that's something that I'm hopeful will continue for a lot of young women, that as they see more and more play-by-play announcers, that might be the path that they want to choose.
Right, and as you see, like in the industry with all the new technology, just all the new rules in the NFL especially, what do you see for the future of this, position?
That's one thing I'm very anxious to see, because the better the technology gets, we have the opportunity now to call games without announcers, or call games with just former players, or call games where you can use the home radio call or the away radio call. So while I am concerned a little bit about where that sort of stuff is headed, I'm hopeful that there will always be a need for strong play-by-play and analysts at the top levels.
So you have a lot of people that look at you and do aspire to be in your position and, to become the woman that you are today. So what do you say to, the aspiring play-by-play announcer?
You know what I would say is be bold. It's okay to lead. It's okay to be out in front. It's okay to want the microphone and call those big moments. And I encourage young boys and girls, time is short. Don't walk through this life quietly. Make some noise.
All right, well, thank you so much. Hopefully we can make some noise at Eskimo Joe's and get some cheese fries pretty soon, because I don't know about you, but my stomach's growling pretty hard right now.
Play going on.
Interviewing Beth was truly an incredible experience. I'm so happy I got to share it with you all, but we're going to a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be covering the NBA playoffs, the Masters, and more.
Determining your future by selecting a major can be difficult.
It's okay to be undecided.
Connect with the College of Arts and Sciences, where your options are endless.
Where you can uncover your passions and achieve your goals.
Express your creativity by exploring a career in the visual and performing arts.
Investigate new discoveries to make the world a better place with a career in science.
Advance knowledge, communicate progress, and contribute to a healthier planet with a career rooted in the social sciences.
Discover your career by looking at the world from different perspectives through the humanities.
Realize a better tomorrow through problem solving and mining data that can change lives.
CAS prepares you to succeed through internships, study abroad, student-guided research projects, and service activities.
With 109 majors, 52 minors, and 24 departments, the only thing missing is you. College of Arts and Sciences.
Connect.
Achieve. Succeed.
When you have a team of physicians and nurses that really truly care about their patients, that translates into patient care.
It's a small practice, it's a small town. Everybody really takes that time to put the patient first.
Everybody cares what's happening to me and that I'm making progress and I'm gaining my freedom back and my mobility back. This patient is saying thank you.
This spring, I invite you to shop in downtown Stillwater. Downtown Stillwater is home to locally owned shops, boutiques, eateries, and dependable professionals that you can trust. Find the perfect gift for your graduate, have a delicious meal with mom, or just stop in to enjoy great spring savings. By creating a demand for local goods and services, you can ensure a place for the local businesses that help give our community character and keep it unique. On behalf of Downtown Stillwater, thank you for shopping local.
It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time and I came to groove. The whole band's here and we came to move. Got a fresh haircut and 2 new shoes. We're here all night like we got nothing to lose. I'm coming out the jacket cause we're turning up the heat. I wanna see you clapping when you get up out your seat. It's time to make it happen when we hit these streets. I'm coming in hot and I can't be beat. Watch out now. Baby, watch out now.
Welcome back to the Daily O. I'm Kinsey Lee. Today we're bringing you the emotional and dramatic action of the final day of the NBA regular season. But first, let's check in with Mike Gundy and the Oklahoma State football team in week number 4 of spring training.
So another good practice. I did just mention to the team, I really appreciate their effort. I like our coaching. I like the constructive criticism and the accountability that we're offering the players, and their attitudes are great. Both quarterbacks are continuing to get better. They still make mistakes, but overall they're getting the quality work and splitting reps. There's not any change rep-wise there. And for the most part, it's the same as what it was a week ago at this time. We're going to let them scrimmage on Friday, play a little bit more. We'll practice some, but for the most part, just let them go out and play. And we continue to get better in all areas. So, we're excited about where we're at, and just going to keep pushing hard and working. We're running out of days. Obviously, we'd like to have another month or 2 of practice, but they don't allow us to do that. So try to get as much done as we can from here over the next week and a half. And, we'll have our spring practice on next Saturday. So looks like the weather's going to be good. It'll all work out. We've got a big event, a lot of things going on in the community, things that we've done around here for a long time. So we're excited about getting out and doing some things that will really excite the fans. And we'll have an autograph signing like we have, where the fans could get in with the players, and some really quality practice where they can see the players work. We're not in a position depth-wise, I think most, like a lot of other schools in the country, to have a solid spring game. It's just not real feasible. So the practice will be much more beneficial, and then after that we'll get into off-season. Coaches hit the road recruiting.
You had such a
OSU's spring football game is scheduled on April 20th, with the time to be later announced. It might not be the national championship, but an OSU golfer is playing in what probably is the biggest competition in his career so far. Today is the first day of the Masters, with Victor Hovland representing the Cowboys golf program at the historic Augusta National Golf Club. Hovland was among one of the 6 amateurs to be invited to the Masters as a U.S. amateur champion. He finished the day at even, currently tied the first among the amateurs. 4 former Cowboys are also on the field, with Ricky Fowler leading the way at 2 under par. 2 players shot 4 under par to lead the field at the moment, with day 1 winding down. With the conclusion of the NCAA tournament, it's time for the season of college basketball, and an Oklahoma State Hooper has entered the tray. OSU freshman forward Duncan Demuth was reported to have entered his name in the transfer portal. Demuth finished his first season before a report of his intended transfer was broke by GoPokes.com on Thursday. He averaged 1 point under 9 minutes per game and shooting 29% on the field. Demuth became the 4th player to enter the transfer portal among Michael Weathers, Maurice Kalu, and Contrevious Jones. All of them were dismissed during the season. Demuth's decision to transfer leaves head coach Mike Boynton with 3 available scholarships during the spring signing period. Although all playoff spots are clinched, it doesn't mean the final day of the NBA regular season goes without drama. With the result from the last night's game, we now have a full bracket for the NBA playoffs. The Oklahoma City Thunder will square off against the Portland Trail Blazers, a team that they swept during the regular season. Meanwhile, with the Houston Rockets falling down to number 4, we might see a rematch against the Golden State Warriors in Houston as early as the second round of the playoffs. On the East, Milwaukee Bucks look solid as the number 1 seed, with the Boston Celtics, Toronto Raptors, and Philadelphia 76ers joining the tray for one of the tightest races in recent history for a trip to the NBA Finals. The one-on-one guys will have a preview of the NBA playoffs on tomorrow's episode. That does it for sports today. We'll be back right after this with Tanner and Sapphire for weather and recap. Stay tuned.
In my mind, I was never going to walk right again. Before we were through, we had walked 23 steps. And that was my first steps of freedom. This patient is saying thank you.
Welcome back. For weather, it cooled down a little bit today with the cold front coming in. It'll stay tuned. It'll be like that for the rest of the weekend, unfortunately, with the chance of rain on Monday, but that's when things start to heat back up. Hopefully we can get back into the summer feeling. I don't like getting back into this cold weather.
I know, I need to wear shorts again.
Yes, we have a high of 63 tomorrow, 51 on Saturday, 61 on Sunday, 78 on Monday, and 77 on Tuesday. To recap today, OSU's Jazz Combos will be taking place tonight at 6:30, along with the concert chorale at 7:30.
And don't forget, Tyra Banks is speaking at Gallagher-Iba Arena at 7, and OSU's hosting Stillwater's only drag show at 7 as well. And love on your dog a little extra today to make it a great National Pets Day.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Tanner De Leon.
And I'm Sapphire Cervantes. Good night.